They say the great ones make it look easy, and Toronto's 39-point win over Winnipeg in the Eastern Final suggests the Argos have been in tougher games playing dominoes. But there was a certain physical cost to doing business in the Eastern Final. Pinball Clemens and Rocket Ismail sat out the second half. Clemens with turf toe, still on the limp, but he'll be ready for the Grey Cup. And the Rocket's brain had unscrambled to the point where he could still dodge the media today in celebration of his 22nd birthday. His mild concussion still around in headache form. But quarterback Matt Dunnigan is iffy after getting crunched by Quincy Williams in the first half yesterday. The team doctor says there was no fracture in his shoulder as he expected, but if Dunnigan plays, it will mean playing through pain.
If that's possible, if I'm to the point where I can, throw the football, and if the freezing and whatnot will help, then hey, let's go for it. He says there's no danger involved because it's not a weight-bearing area.
But players weren't the only casualties. Among the scathed, head coach Adam Rita.
Is this like losing the bet?
No, I just told him, we win it, I cut it.
It just means Rita has less hair to pull out in the wake of his latest quarterback injury. Dunnigan is still the starter, but it's conditional.
If he can throw the ball with 90% efficiency, he can play. But I'm going to assume that he can't, so I can get Ricky ready.
But Dunnigan's arm will decide whether he will get a fourth shot at the Grey Cup, the one place Dunnigan has not really excelled in his career. In fact, he started against the Argos in their last appearance back in 1987 and was pulled for Damon Allen. If championships are the measure of greatness, then Dunnigan still has something to prove.
I think that's everybody's desire across the league, no matter what position you play, and certainly it's one of mine.
Of course, since this is the first Calgary-Toronto Grey Cup in 20 years, it sparks the memory of the Argos' greatest disaster.
2 minutes left. McQuay, flipping, 11-yard line, lost the ball.
Since the ground can't force a fumble, it was also the worst blown call in league history, but it cost the Argos a championship and set the franchise on a downhill course that lasted more than a decade. This year's edition of the team will arrive at the Grey Cup with the same image of invincibility after yesterday's win, but they know they won't win this one on reputation alone.
If we go into the game thinking that we can beat anybody by showing up, then we deserve to get our butts kicked. But I don't think this team's that way. We'll get too many veterans and too many young guys with enthusiasm, and I think that we're hungry, just as hungry as Calgary will be.
So despite the ghost of Leon McQuay, countless past failures, and Argo bounces too numerous to mention, this year's team heads for Winnipeg in the Grey Cup tomorrow with a confidence bordering on the supreme. After all, as they showed us here yesterday, it's tough to find a way to lose when you have so many ways to win. Don Martin for Sportsline.